Deep within the vast, emerald forests of Iran, where mighty oaks and cypresses touched the sky and clear rivers sang gentle songs, there lived a lion named Rashid. He was old but powerful, with a golden mane that shimmered in the sun, and all the animals respected him for his strength and wisdom. Yet, despite his might, Rashid was known to be fair and just. He ruled the forest, but he also valued cleverness and cunning. Not far from Rashid's den lived a small, agile fox named Farzaneh. Her fur gleamed like autumn leaves, and her eyes sparkled with intelligence. Farzaneh had a reputation throughout the forest. She could solve problems that baffled even the wisest of creatures. She was playful, quick-witted, and always curious, never shying away from a challenge, no matter how dangerous. One sunny morning, Rashid wandered through a meadow filled with wildflowers, the scent of jasmine and sage in the air. He heard laughter, high-pitched, clever laughter. It was Farzaneh, darting between the trees, teasing a group of young rabbits and balancing on fallen logs with perfect precision. Rashid, intrigued by the fox's audacity, decided to test her. "Little fox," he called in a voice that rumbled like distant thunder, "I have heard of your cleverness. But do you dare to face a challenge set by the king of this forest?" Farzaneh paused, her tail flicking with amusement. "Great lion," she replied, bowing slightly with a mischievous grin, "I welcome any challenge, no matter how mighty. Tell me what must be done." Rashid's golden eyes gleamed. "I have hidden 3 golden fruits along the winding river. Each fruit lies in a place guarded by traps and puzzles that only the truly clever can overcome. If you retrieve them all without falling prey to the dangers, you will prove your intelligence and bravery. Should you succeed, the forest will recognize your cleverness, and you shall be free from fear of me or any other creature." Farzaneh nodded, her mind racing with possibilities. She knew the river well, its shallow waters, slippery rocks, and dense banks. Yet the forest held surprises, thorny brambles, tricky mud patches, and mischievous birds that might steal or warn of her movements. She needed a plan, not just speed. Carefully, Farzaneh examined the paths. She used fallen branches to mark safe routes and stacked stones to create stepping paths across dangerous streams. She listened to the wind and the whispers of the leaves, predicting where hidden snares might be. Sometimes she would pause, tilting her head to observe patterns, how the sun reflected on the river, which trees hid shadows of traps, and where the birds perched to signal danger. Hours passed, and Rashid watched silently, his pride mingled with awe. Farzaneh leapt across logs, ducked under low branches, and tiptoed past cunning snares, her every movement a dance of precision. Slowly but surely, she retrieved the first golden fruit, then the second, and finally the third, placing each carefully in a hollowed-out nook to carry safely back to the lion. Rashid's eyes widened in admiration. "Truly, little fox, you are both brave and clever. From this day on, you shall roam the forest freely, and the other animals will recognize and trust you." Farzaneh, always thoughtful, spoke again. "Great lion, intelligence, and cleverness alone are not enough. Without kindness and collaboration, even the wisest can cause harm. Strength and cleverness must walk hand in hand with compassion, for only then can the forest be safe and joyous for all." Rashid bowed his great head, a gesture of respect. From that day forward, he not only refrained from troubling Farzaneh, but he also made an effort to be gentler with the smaller creatures. The fox, now trusted by the king of the forest, became his advisor, helping him solve problems and mediate disputes. Seasons changed. The forest thrived under their combined wisdom and vigilance. Farzaneh's cleverness saved animals from floods, wildfires, and tricky predators. Rashid's strength ensured peace and fairness. Together, they created a forest where laughter and adventure flourished, where lessons were learned, and where every creature, big or small, could live in harmony. The lesson was clear and echoed through the forest for generations. Wisdom and cleverness, when paired with kindness and cooperation, can overcome the greatest challenges and forge true friendships.